it's crazy that you get to 1,000 so quickly. It seems like, it seems like yesterday I was just starting in the league or playing for the London Knights. So it's amazing to get to this number. Feel very fortunate to play in the league this long for this many games. So, excited to reach 1,000 tonight and, to have a good game. Hopefully the team can get a win, and then we can move on after.
And the second question, I'm just curious who came up with the idea to do the meditation and your thoughts on doing that. Thank you.
Yeah, it was Pat Dahl. He's in the Blackhawks front office. Thought it would be, something funny. So I think the PR staff did a good job of putting it together. And, Pat Dahl's just, he's a genius with that stuff. So I think you're looking at it at first like, what am I doing here and how's this going to turn out? But, from what I hear and see, it seems like it got a pretty good reaction. So it's fun to do that stuff sometimes.
I was just looking through a lot of your past games and wondering if there are some games that you've been thinking about in the last few days as you reflect on your past.
Someone asked me that yesterday. What was my favorite game out of the regular season game out of 1,000? And it's tough to really pick one. I think there's so many different memories that come to mind. Obviously, the games going back home to Buffalo were fun. I remember a game where we were down 5-0 to Calgary in the first period and came back and won 6-5 in overtime. That's when we were kind of turning the corner as an organization. So that was like a big, exciting game for us. So it's hard to just pick one. I guess I could keep thinking of different memories, but there's been, a lot of great games here for the franchise and the organization over the times that I've been here.
Just wondering what your family has told you or you've been saying to them or other important people from your past.
Just a lot of congratulations today on the milestone and my family, they've been there, since day one, obviously. My parents helped me get into hockey, and my mom and dad and 3 sisters sacrificed a lot for me to play a lot of hockey when I was younger, whether it was, going to tournaments and, playing games and looking up in the crowd and seeing, my sisters doing their homework in the crowd, just to be there and support me and let both my parents come along. So those are memories you think of. Obviously, you start thinking back to, your first couple games, and they were in Minnesota for my first game and first game in Chicago when we won that shootout against Detroit. Lately it seems like they come to a lot of games, but unfortunately they've missed some cool milestones lately. 1,000 points and 400 goals, and obviously won't be able to be here tonight. So, always thinking about them. I think they enjoy watching on TV and seeing the coverage of it too. But they've been to so many games and given me so much great support over the years.
Hey Patrick, I'm sure you would have preferred to have this at the United Center, but to have it in Dallas where there'll be 4,000 fans in the building and a few of them will be Hawks fans. Will that be kind of nice to have a little bit of energy there for it?
Yeah, that's a good point. I was thinking that as well. Chicago fans always seem to travel well to Dallas or any other city for, so it's amazing to have the support from the Chicago fans. And like you said, it'd be nice to have it at the United Center with 22,000 people and be able to share with them. But hopefully we can do a little something in the future to include them and just enjoy it here tonight.
And then to follow up, but obviously a lot of focus on tonight for you, but Thursday's game is the 1-year anniversary of the COVID game kind of from last year, the night when everything went down and the season was pause the next day. What do you remember from that night and just after the game, getting in the locker room and hearing, that the NBA had stopped its season and all the stuff that had happened that night?
Just remember that, we had a big win against San Jose, and we had some, we were obviously a little bit behind the eight ball, maybe at getting in the playoffs, but, we had some games coming up that we thought that maybe we could win and try and go on a run. And, all of a sudden you hear all this stuff, and, I don't think any of us really knew how serious it was at the time. I thought maybe we would have, a couple of days or a week off and get right back at it. And obviously that wasn't the case. So I think it was amazing how, everything just turned on a dime, and the world pretty much stopped.
Hey, Patrick, I just wanted to know, going through these milestones that you have been going through, without your captain, without John, who you've been so linked with, for the 3 championships and everything, have you talked with him, and how tough is it to go through these things without him there?
Yeah. I've talked to him quite a bit, throughout the season, and he's always been, one of the first ones to congratulate me or check in on the team, whatever it may be throughout the year. So obviously we wish he was here, no doubt. I mean, it's a great player, great leader, and just a big presence to have around for the team and in the locker room. So I think sometimes things are a little bit more important than hockey, and you got to be feeling right. So I think we just kind of reiterate that we wish him the best, and hopefully he'll be back soon, but let him take care of his first.